Transformations of Mother-Daughter Relationships in The Bonesetter's Daughter. The Bonesetter's Daughter by Amy Tan is about an unusual mother-daughter relationship of Lu Ling and Ruth, which is transformed into the greatest relationship. The story takes place in America and is about the struggles of Chinese immigrants in a new country and the relationship difficulties of mothers and daughters. The novel conveys the hardships of the mother-daughter relationship of Lu Ling and Ruth to both changing their habits to transforming their miserable relationship into a joyful one. In a family household, each member holds a discrete relationship with one another, but the bonds mothers share with their children is the greatest and most special of them all. In society, all relationships are not perfect, but it is the determination that is contributed to making it better. In The Bonesetter's Daughter, the author Amy Tan expresses the alteration of the dysfunctional to connected mother-daughter relationship of Lu Ling and Ruth through the characters' personalities, relationship difficulties, significance of literary devices, and the purpose of determination in transforming a relationship for the better. To begin with, Ruth Young, the protagonist, is characterized as a determined young girl born and raised in America. With the language barrier with her mother Lu Ling, Ruth has difficulties with understanding and communicating with her. Ruth's ambitious character is revealed when Ruth is determined to maintain a healthy relationship with her mother even though there is a difficulty interacting with her. During the full moon festival, Ruth could see that Lu Ling was beaming with motherly adoration. This gave Ruth heart pangs, made her both happy and sad to see her mother on this special day. Why wasn't their relationship always like this? How many more gatherings like this would they have? Tan 87. Ruth's persistence resulted in a positive outcome when she finally saw the mother-daughter relationship growing, which reveals Ruth's strong-minded and determined character. Ruth Young's thoughtful and considerate character is also revealed when she decided to stay and take care of her mother Lu Ling rather than going to Hawaii with her family. The morning of her flight, Ruth would never be able to find another person before she left for Hawaii. Yugo, Tan 106. Ruth canceled her flight to Hawaii so she could spend time and take care of her sick mother Lu Ling, who was beginning to lose her memory. Ruth's decision of putting others before herself reveals her caring and selfless character. All relationships are not perfect, but it's the change and choices that are contributed to gain success in the relationship. A song that relates to the impenetrable love of Ruth and Lu Ling is I'll Be There by Jackson 5. This song connects to the affectionate relationship Ruth and Lu Ling possess and how both mother and daughter will always protect each other. The lines, whenever you need me, I'll be there to protect you, connects to the level of hierarchy they both achieved in their relationship. The mother-daughter relationship of Lu Ling and Ruth was not always smooth, but the decisions and change both achieved reveal a great mother-daughter relationship. Furthermore, the characters experienced many struggles and conflicts throughout the novel. Ruth was disliked by her mother Lu Ling as a child because in her mother's eyes she was a disappointment and not an ideal daughter. The insolence towards Ruth affected her physically, mentally, and emotionally. Ruth said, "In my mother's eyes I had no charms. To her ears my words had no music. It did not matter how obedient I was, how humble or clean, nothing I did satisfied her." Tan 181. In this person-versus-person conflict, Ruth is not valued by her mother, which causes her to degrade and think less of herself. The character of Lu Ling experiences rejection at San Francisco International Airport when she was refused help when she was lost. It was Lu Ling's first time at an airport, and she was confused where to go and what to do, which made her feel isolated and alone. They did not help me with locating my bundle of clothes, refusing to look at me. Tan 191. This person versus society conflict, Lu Ling was segregated from everyone else, which made her feel excluded. Ruth, her own daughter, did not come to the airport to pick her up, which put a strain on their mother-daughter relationship. A song that relates to the resolution of struggles and hardships in a relationship is Hard to Say I'm Sorry by Chicago.
It's hard for me to say I'm sorry. I just want you to stay. After all that we've been through, I will make it up to you. I promise to. And after all that's been said and done, you're just a part of me I can't let go.
This song correlates to the adversities the mother-daughter relationship of Lu Ling and Ruth had to the fixing of the mistakes in the past by moving onward with life. This is shown through the lines, "And after all that's been said and done, you're just a part of me I can't let go." The conflicts in The Bonesetter's Daughter affect the characters' outlook on life, but it is how the characters resolve the problems in order to move forward. Additionally, the author Amy Tan used various literary and figurative devices to describe, compare, and ignite the reader's imagination to create a vibrant picture of the key events in the novel. As Ruth grows, she comes to realize the changes in her personality from the disregard of Lu Ling. Her character changes are compared to how orchids look, delight, but thrive on neglect. Tan 37. Author Amy Tan utilized a metaphor to compare Ruth to an orchid which is beautiful and contrast them to the neglect to water to the neglect of love and care Ruth receives from Lu Ling. As the novel progresses, the mother-daughter relationship grows as the love and the care for each other becomes impenetrable. Ruth is thankful for everything that has happened in her life and says, "We are all stuck through the ages with the bond cemented by sticky rice and tapaco pudding. Thank you all for being who you are." Tan 90. As Ruth is thanking everyone, Amitan perfectly places a metaphor to compare the strength of their relationship to the sticky and tapaco pudding. A song that connects to the love and the bond Ruth and Lu Ling share is "Umbrella" by Rihanna. In this song, Rihanna uses the literary device symbolism. She symbolizes the umbrella as protection. The umbrellas protect people from the rain, and the umbrella in the song represents protection for one another. This is seen through the verse, "Now that it's raining more than ever, know that we still have each other. You can stand under my umbrella." As the relationship of Ruth and Lu Ling continues to grow, their protection for each other also grows. The remarkable author Amy Tan perfectly places literary devices throughout the novel to help the readers understand the transformation of the mother-daughter relationship and the importance of figurative devices in this novel. Ultimately, Amy Tan writes this novel to show the struggles in the mother-daughter relationship and how it evolves into a great mother-daughter relationship. Tan's main purpose is to resolve hardships in family relationships. One battle Ruth went through was the overpowering and mistreatment Lu Ling inflicted on her. Ruth felt the top half of her was still running away. When she reached the top of the porch, she was numb. She looked up. "I'm sorry," she squeaked. Tan 128. For a simple mistake of not cooking the noodles to the full extent, Ruth was hit by Lu Ling to show dominance and to make sure she learns. As the novel moves forward, the mother-daughter relationship alters from a miserable one to a joyful one. Ruth is pleased at how far the relationship has come. Ruth tells Lu Ling, "As years go on, I see how much family means. It reminds us of what's important. The connection to the past, the same jokes about being young yet getting old, the traditions, the fact that we can't get rid of each other no matter how much we try." Tan 90. To her mother how much the relationship means to her despite their past. The quote also reveals how the relationship transformed into a great relationship. A song that relates to a dysfunctional family and the effects it has on each member is "Family Portrait" by Pink.
In our family portrait, we look pretty happy. Let's play pretend, act like it comes naturally. I don't wanna have to split the holidays. I don't want two addresses. I don't want a stepbrother anyways, and I don't want my mom to have to change her last name. Let's go back to that.
This song correlates to the non-functioning relationship of Ruth and Lu Ling and the transformation both individuals wanted in order to obtain a healthy relationship. This can be seen through the lines, "In our family portrait, we look pretty happy. Let's play pretend. Let's act like it comes naturally." Amy Tan does a wonderful job of emphasizing the key purpose of the novel, which states that all relationships are not perfect, but it is the effort that is put in to restore the relationship. In The Bonesetter's Daughter, the terrific author Amy Tan does a magnificent job of conveying the transformation of the impaired to attached relationship of the mother-daughters through the traits the characters exhibit, relationship struggles, significance of literary devices, and the purpose of determination in transforming a relationship for the better. In society, each relationship has its flaws, but it's the work and effort placed in order to make it better. In an everyday family, all members retain a different relationship with each other, but the love and affection mothers maintain with their children is ultimately the best relationship. Inspirational speaker Ayanda Van Zant once said, "One of the most important relationships we have is relationships we have with our mothers."